Hey guys, it's Ricky Cicchini, the VP of Product here at Cloud Radial, and in this quick video, I'm going to show you how ServiceAI gives you real visibility in how your technicians are actually performing. Here's a situation that I usually run into. MSPs are typically close to flying blind when it comes to tech performance. There might be a gut feeling about who's doing great or who needs help and what kind of coaching they need, but there's not a lot of great data to back it up, and you definitely don't really have time to read through all their tickets and find out. A lot of times the service desk manager will set up a day a week to review tickets or sporadically check, and that's just hard to keep up. But ServiceAI can change that. It's actually evaluating every single ticket response for quality, empathy, communication speed, and rolling it up into tangible scores that you can actually act on. So instead of guessing, you're going to know exactly who's crushing it and who needs coaching and what specific type of coaching they need. Using AI is a pretty good way to keep it objective with no personal feelings or biases, and it just helps because it's specifically analyzing facts and trends. So let's take a look at how it works. We're going to start here on the home page, and the first thing to kind of take note of is that we want to be kind of familiar with those RPS scores. RPS stands for Relative Performance Score, and we're looking at the agent one specifically. That is going to be the cumulative agent score of all of your agents, your technicians, across the service desk. So again, how fast they respond, the quality of their responses, so on and so forth. If we look at specific technicians, we're going to go over to the Agents tab, and we're going to see our technicians listed up here. If I want to drill in and look at a specific technician, I can take a look at one. We'll look at Tevin, for example. And from this screen, we can actually see the specific scores that Tevin has. So again, using his various RPS scores, basically the quality of his ticket notes and how happy the customers he deals with are, as well as how professional he is specifically. We get a nice, concise summary of what's going into those RPS scores, the coaching elements of it, and we also get performance reports that we can pull up and specifically see the different types of strengths and weaknesses that Tevin has had in the most recent tickets. And we can see not only the breakdown of how we are grading a technician, we can actually even get specific scores and breakdowns of why those scores are what they are. And from this screen, you can also download a PDF and use it in actual performance reports. And if you scroll down a little bit further, you can actually quickly access the recent tickets and get a quick glance at how those tickets are going. The beauty of ServiceAI is that we're not just taking this lying down. We don't just want to see this and move along. We can prompt and kind of figure out what we need to ask further. So you can see on the right-hand side here in the Orion Assistant, I can actually take a look deeper into the tickets. So I can use some of the pre-built questions. So for example, how is this agent's workload? How is Tevin's workload? And ServiceAI is going to analyze a bunch of stuff and kind of figure out how he's doing. So again, how many tickets he's handling, what he needs help with, what his average close time is. But what's really cool is you can actually further ask questions freehand. So for example, I have one listed a little bit ahead of time here that I say, show me an example ticket of what Tevin could have done better on. And again, same thing, natural prompts. We're able to take a look at the tickets, analyze them, and have this thing be the expert on the technician so you can quickly get to the answers that you're actually looking for. So by doing this, you can fact check it. You can understand how the AI and why the AI is interpreting specific tickets the way it does. And what's really cool is you can do this not only at the individual technician level, but also at the overall level. So you can actually ask the overall questions of, again, which agents are overloaded, or compare who's the most productive person, and use those standardized scores to kind of run these objective comparisons so you can really see how the service desk is performing. So not only do we have the visibility into these individual tickets by clicking around, not only do we have them at the top level, but there's also a couple of cool things that you can do too. If you have technicians that you don't want to factor in, you can actually exclude them. So as part of the exclusion processes, you can actually exclude specific technicians from being graded and scored. That's if you're working with like third-party technicians, or maybe you have API members that show up as technicians for one reason or another. And then the other cool thing that you can do is you can actually get that wrap-up view directly from the dashboard. So let's take a look at, for example, our last quarter. I can see at a glance which tickets require my attention. So it's really cool for a technician coaching standpoint. You can also see which tickets as a service desk manager might require your attention, because the predicted CSAT's not so great, or because maybe there's multiple technicians jumping in on a ticket, causing it to become a little bit complicated. So whatever way you kind of look at this, you have a really easy way to inquire and get the answers back about how techs are performing, why they're performing the way they are, cross-comparing them, and basically using that as fuel to coach them and hopefully build a better service desk. So thank you so much for taking a look, and I hope you get to try it soon.